Hi, this is Kevin Stewart, Builds 250. I'm Kev, and this is instalment number 6 of Build the Ghostbusters Ecto-1. So, as with issues 3, 4 and 5, there's no separate magazine with this. You just get the instructions in the one mag. So, let's get straight into it. Let's get into issue number 6. Okay, so parts for stage 6 laid out: the left engine block, the dipstick and the ignition wire junction. Okay, so the first part we're going to be constructing, or we're going to be working on, is the actual engine block itself. And it says we've got to identify the engine support. So this part here, okay, looks like that part, yep. The engine support goes onto the engine support bracket. 2 DM screws, great DM screws are going to have to go in. So once again, cutting into metal, probably not going to be the easiest screws to go in the world, but I think using the method of taking it in and then reversing it, or taking it out again, is kind of the way to go with these screws, because they are obviously cutting threads. So like tapping, whenever you tap a hole, it's going to have a thread in it. Take it in, reverse it, remove the swarf, take it in again. Okay, so really not easy to go in. Once they're in, yeah, it's nice and secure. Then it says, then take the engine block lower part, 6, like this. Engine block lower part, and affix to the bottom of the engine block using the DM screw. This could go on kind of one of 2 ways, to be honest, but I think it's got to sit flush, so the overhang sits there like that, but it could go the other way. It doesn't really tell you which way to put it around, so I'm going to put it that way. Need to move it later on, hopefully be able to, and secure the DM screw again. Okay, so that's what that looks like. It's thin. Okay. Now we take the cylinder head and we get the exhaust manifold, and they fit those flats into the slots. And then it's AP screws we're going to use for securing the exhaust manifold to the cylinder head. And I'm actually quite glad now that these are AP screws going into plastic, because I've had enough at the moment of cutting threads into metal. There's quite a lot of force you're having to use to put those screws into the metal parts. So the DM screws are having to go into the metal parts. You're having to put quite a lot of force onto those. And that's the exhaust manifold fitted to the cylinder head. Okay, looks like a missed bit. I've just noticed the dipstick. Yes, the dipstick has to go onto the engine block. Maybe glue it, but see how that holds up. At the moment it just kind of fits in. Okay, back to the cylinder head. Rest the ignition wire junction so that the tab sits over the edge in the middle of the left cylinder head. Finally, screw the left cylinder head cover into the top right. So this is quite a nice part actually. It's got the Cadillac embossed on the top. Quite a nice part. Got some nice detail there. Now this is the, what does it call it, sorry? The ignition wire junction, and that just kind of rests. There's a cutout. The picture shows it kind of that way, and then you get the cylinder head, the Cadillac facing the exhaust manifold. This is going to be a little bit tricky. Rest that on there. Get your Cadillac cylinder head in place. And that's on. And that's holding that in place. And then down with some BP screws. 4 BP screws. Hopefully that's holding the junction, wiring junction in place, as it is. BP screws, tighten them up. Cylinder head. Cylinder head done. Then we're going to fit that to the engine block. Fit the cylinder head, place the left cylinder head assembly from the previous step and place it on top of the left engine block assembly. So that goes that way. Okay, yep, so the kind of goes, you've got to thread the dipstick through that area there. And then it's fitted in with AP screws. Trying to avoid breaking the dipstick off, I guess. Get into there, and the AP screws are going to fit there and there. Yep, so the 2 AP screws holding on the cylinder head to the engine block. Okay. And the dipstick going through. There's also an unfold goes. And finally, we'll bring over the part from stage 5, the gearbox, and we're going to mount this onto the engine. The engine block is going to be mounted onto the gearbox. Okay, and then favourite, the DM screws. We're cutting threads again. Okay, that's about as good as it's going to get. I'm not happy with it at all, to be honest with you. It looks quite loose. I'm hoping that when everything's on there, it's going to kind of bring it all together. But yeah, cutting these DM screws into this, it's not easy. Really not on very well at all, if I'm honest. It's on. It's not as tight as I'd want. It is moving around quite a bit now. Getting these DM screws in and getting them tight isn't easy at all. And then when you kind of get it in, it feels like now that's stopped cutting a thread. It isn't going anywhere now. It isn't tightening up. It's just. See how we go when we got the other part on and it's holding it all together, but it's loose. Okay, so just as an update, yeah, I managed to get that on and get it on tight so it's not moving around, but that was a struggle. In the end, the DM screw in there wasn't really doing the job for me, so believe it or not, I went to my box of screws from the DeLorean build and used a BM screw, and a BM screw seems to have tightened that up quite nicely. It's just slightly wider, but a little bit shorter. But yeah, if you can't get that in there and get it in tight, then that might be an option. But yeah, not easy at all getting that in and getting it to actually stay, because it was almost wobbling around. Okay, so finally, stage 6 of the Ecto-1 is done, completed. Not the easiest stage, you're physically demanding. That was getting those screws into the metal, driving them in, cutting the threads, making sure that everything was tight, making sure that the engine mount was tight on the gearbox and it wasn't kind of moving around. But yeah, it is what it is. It looks impressive. It's die-cast metal, which obviously makes putting the screws in a little bit more tough, but it does look good and it's got some weight to it as well. So hopefully it's going to look quality when it's done. Okay, so that's also it for this subscription pack. That's subscription pack number 2 from the Ecto-1, which was 3, 4, 5 and 6. Not too sure when the next subscription pack is going to be coming out, because people seem to be getting them at different times. I subscribed around about, I think it was the 17th of Jan, so like 4 weeks after that I got my second subscription pack. It was around about, I think about the 14th of Feb I kind of got that. And if it's going to remain on those kind of 4 week stages, that's mean I'm always going to be kind of a few weeks behind the people who subscribed earlier, or whether they're just going to catch everybody up, I don't know. But I'm on other social media. I'm on kind of Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. So I'll put the addresses in the description box. So if you want to kind of follow me on them, and as soon as I get the subscription pack through, I'll put a notification on social media channels, and then I'll try and get the videos out kind of as soon as I can. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. And if you'd like to see the progression of the Ecto-1, the Ferrari F40 or the Spitfire, those are builds that are on my channel at the moment, then please consider subscribing. If you want to be notified anytime that a video goes live, then please remember to click the bell. And yeah, thank you very much. Take care. Hope to see you next time, and ta-da for now.